Okay, we are back in the drag room, and when last we were together, I had steamed the curls into this and put it in the dryer, and it was in there for about an hour and 20 minutes, give or take. So we're going to start to take out the rollers, because this is my favorite part of all, and they are perfect. I could not ask for any better. Now, I have them secured with a T-pin and with 2 roller clips, because I'm anal as hell and I like things to stay really, really solid. Curls are nice and crisp. There's no frizzy ends. I should probably be saying something, but really, what do you say? I'm taking out the rollers. See, actually, I'll show you this right here. This is what I meant by when you have to make sure that they're really secured well on the clip, because this little piece here obviously drooped off of the roller, and so when it dried, it's got a little bit of a kink to it, but not anything horrible. It's going to come out when we backcomb it anyway. So, but those are the kind of things I was trying to tell you guys, is make sure everything is secured well. And before I take out the front, I want to show you guys this, because when I was talking about bricklaying, if we just rolled the rollers down like this, you would get 2 splits right here. But where we bricklayed it, you don't get any. You could almost wear it just like this. I'm not going to. Obviously, I'm going to backcomb the crap out of it. But that's what I meant by bricklaying. It'll hide all those little lines. Now, around the front, I actually used some smaller rollers, so I just wanted a little bit more curl around here. Your roller, it's your choice. You do what you want. I gave you the guidelines. Make sure you have at least 2.5 rotations. Now, I know some people say, oh, you can do this on a styrofoam head. I do not recommend doing this on a styrofoam head. You're going to chew them up like crazy, especially putting this amount of pins in them. Get yourself a canvas block like this. I've gone through a few of them. And if you can't get this, find a hair school. Find a hair school and find one of these, okay? And they're not the same size as your head, but at least they're hard and you won't rip them up as much, okay? But otherwise, get yourself a good canvas block. Because trying to do it on these, you are just going to tear this thing apart. And actually, imagine if it got hot enough in the dryer, it could actually melt. So I wouldn't use one of these. The curl is perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to separate the front, haul all the front out, which is where the lace is, basically. I'm going to bring all the stuff forward because I'm going to work on that last. Separate it all out and pin it forward. And it's a real easy thing to see, actually. And I was talking to you on a previous video about backcombing, so that's what we're going to do to all the back. Again, we're going to bricklay it, so I'll be starting here, bricklaying the whole thing, backcombing it out. Now, when you're backcombing this, we don't want to backcomb right to the ends. It's not like we're doing an updo or something like that. You only want to be able to backcomb about halfway down. You want to be able to backcomb till it's about there, because you need the end to be nice and soft so that you can position it where you want and have it be pretty, right? If you backcombed it all the way, it's just going to be a mess. And like I said before, don't do this. That is not proper backcombing. That is just going to leave you in a mess, and you're not going to have any support, and you're going to have to rip it all out. The only time I ever do it like that is if I have a section in the middle where I need to build up bulk really fast, and it's only meant to be used as like filler backcombing instead of you want to work on something pretty. So, like I said, you want to backcomb it so it's about here. Leave this part soft. So, and what you can do actually is when you're backcombing it, new can of hair spray. We'll spray. And remember, like I said, you tease one section 20 times, you tease them all 20 times. See, this is why I never backcomb that way down. It just makes a mess. Now I've got knots on my ends. Okay, so it is backcombed up. Tease, tease, tease. Take it up to about halfway. You want a really good little section of backcombing. You'll be able to feel it too. And if you have to go back down and do a little bit more, but it's like tap, 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 tap. Build it up. So I've come about halfway. That's where I built it up to. So when this lays over, yes, I'll have the support here in the front, but this will be able to wave down over the back, right? And that's what my goal is. Put you forward. And like I said, bricklay the next section. Now don't take huge sections when you're backcombing, because you're not going to get any support in it, okay? Maybe about that wide, that's it. Or I should say that thick. And when you're done, comb out the end before you lay it down. It's going to save you some work later. Like I said, see, half there, the rest is nice and soft. And comb it out, lay it over the rest. Okay, so I'm going to continue on doing this, and when we come back, we're going to start to style it and put it all in place. And I want to show you guys a little bit about waving, because waves seem to be all the rage right now. But I like to do waves a little bit differently. So I hope you learned something about teasing, and I hope you subscribe to StationDRG everywhere you want to be.